Google piece, and there was another lady, Kelly, was going to monitor the Facebook, and I think we're ahead of the game in Facebook, but
Great.
really it's step one with the Google.
And you're Sanibel Squadron Captiva, right?
Correct.
Okay, great. And Rhodes, you have a gator on your phone, so I think you're probably Florida.
I'm actually a Florida Gator fan and from Florida. I grew up in Gainesville. I'm actually part of the Atlanta squadron here. I'm the XO for Atlanta.
Okay, great.
Second time around as an XO.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So Atlanta's been a very strong component of the round one calls, and as well as Raleigh. So this is round two. Ron's renamed them. They're called tracks now, because we want all of us to move from one track to the other when you're ready to do so. So if you're in a Google beginner, then we want you to go to Google Advanced. If you're in Facebook beginner, we want you to track forward. So no matter where your squadron is on the process and journey, our goal is for all of us to help each other track from one level to another whenever you're ready to do so. And there's no deadline on when you move. It's just when you're comfortable in doing so. And we're all learning together. So we're really glad you joined us this afternoon. And the call is for you. So did I miss anybody on the intros? Ken, we are recording, by the way. So just so you know, I stopped the recording and restarted it. And Ken is from Charlotte. And
yeah.
And for example, Ken has not been optimized by Marine SEO. So he's really early in the journey in Charlotte on all levels. So Jenna is going to reach out to Ken Elkins to optimize the Charlotte Facebook page. So he would be a Google beginner for now. But and Tom's more advanced in all levels. And Ron is the king of Google and Facebook. So anyway, that's where we are. We usually start with questions. Now that we know where everybody is on the journey, what questions do you have this morning? What do you want to learn about this morning or next Thursday? Or what's on your mind? And Ron, just so you know, Ed came in, and Tom came in together. The others, Rhodes and Ken, had to be admitted. So this is something that I need to figure out over the weekend. We want everyone to.
We'll take that offline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A question for you, Tom.
Yes.
Are y'all using the Google Ads as of yet?
No, that's why I'm here.
Okay.
I started working on the profile and I stopped. I said I need to get with you and check out your expertise.
Okay. Rhodes, how about Atlanta? Are you using the Google Ads?
We're not doing the ads yet.
Okay.
Cindy, our CO commanding officer, has been handling that, and so I'm stepping in here trying to figure out where we are to try to get my arms around where we're going, what we've got, what the options are, and those kind of things. Since I'll be in her role next year, but we have someone that works our website, and we have someone that works Facebook, and I have dug into. We've got some issues with Facebook. I think Tammy, you are aware. Our page is under a business suite, and the person that created the business suite and moved the page under the business suite is still around, but the email address that was used is history, and it cannot be recreated. So I created a 25-page document that Facebook wanted, that I wanted, and at the time I was not in an officer role, so I gave it to Cindy, and she's been trying to get it. Get them to move it, and so we can eliminate that business suite. And
oh no, you don't want to eliminate the business suite.
So we cannot go underneath national as a storefront when it's under a business suite.
Okay, we may be mixing some terminology here. There's a management tool under Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the management tool. This is actually a business suite.
Oh, okay.
It's its own entity, and the Facebook page is under that. And because of that, we can't put it as a storefront, we have to move it out from under the business suite. We still
Right,
have all the
okay.
management tools. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
familiar with those. So
yeah.
I did
Okay.
learn all about that for sure.
Right.
I don't want to
Yeah.
dominate the call, but that's where we are on the
No, we know what the problem is. So Atlanta and Raleigh are ready to advance to know how to post ads, because they've got, both of them have classes coming up in September. So that's something we need to prioritize, is making sure that you guys are approved for Google Ads, and how to, if you're not, how to get you approved as soon as possible.
Tammy, we have some classes coming up too, so if I can get some help to pick this up and champion it, that would probably be the first thing we would do, is want to advertise the classes we've got coming up.
And do you have a Google? Do you have your Facebook optimized? I think you have.
Facebook, that would
Yeah.
be Kelly, and she's kind of running with Facebook, but I'm talking about Google.
Do you have a Google business profile?
Probably not.
Okay.
When we were working with that consultant, literally the last day they were working, they said I need to do it, but I've been meantime trying to change the I to somebody else, and I'll help them move it along. So
Okay.
I need to get that first, and then start using advertising.
Well,
okay, gotcha.
Well, I don't know if you've got set up with the Google Works, Google Suite for nonprofits. That's one of the things that you need to have in place before you can start using the Google Ads, the Google Ad grants. I just posted a couple of links in the chat window.
Yeah.
One is a short video, about 5 minutes. Welcome to Google Ad Grants. And it's directly from Google. And it gives you an overview of how the Google Ad Grant program works. And it'll talk about things like keywords, negative keywords, CTR, click-through rate, and it gives some definitions of what they are. The second link is 7 common Google AdWord mistakes. Because let's be honest, the advertising is critical, and if you use the wrong words, people are going to find your site. It's not what they're looking for. An example, we're America's Boating Club. How many of us have been asked, and what kind of boats do you rent?
Right.
So a negative ad word is not, oh, that's a bad organization. It really talks about, this is a word we want to filter out. We don't want people typing in boat rentals and finding America's Boating Club. So boat rental would be a negative ad word. Doesn't make sense, but that's the way Google sets things up.
Right. It's funny you say that. When we go to the boat shows here, they always put us beside Freedom Boat Club.
Yeah. Well, in looking at some of the search terms that have people finding my Squadron's webpage, yacht club, we're not a yacht club. So a negative ad word that I'm going to plug in is going to be yacht club. Another one, boat rental. No, because if that's what people are looking for and they're finding me, this isn't what they want. They're going to be discouraged. They're going to leave. So those are 2 short videos that will give you a little insight into how the program operates, and how to start creating an ad campaign using the Google Ad grant program, how to pick good words that will lead people to us. How to pick good negative words that will filter out, like boat rental. That would be something that we could use. Yes, Ken.
So my question to you is, what are Squadrons using Google Ads for? Membership enterprises, membership building, or what?
Realistically, driving people to the websites so that they can learn who we are and what we do, and hopefully take classes. So essentially driving people into increasing awareness, who we are and what we do, and increasing the potential students in a geographic area. Once you've got them aware of who we are and the classes, then you can start working on them for membership.
Hey, Ron, I got a question.
Sure.
Let me back up kind of historically wise. Now, initially, Jenna worked with me. I was kind of on the front end of all this and helped me get my Facebook optimized, but I'm almost positive she helped me with my Google profile as well. But she's no longer doing that portion, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. But she did help me get set up with a Google profile. This is several weeks ago.
Okay, that's the Google business profile.
Right. Got it.
Yeah, and the Google business profile is another tool that is easily available. It's free, and it provides some additional information for the Google search engine to point people to your website, and it provides a little bit of analytics, some information behind the scenes on what people are looking for, how many people are coming to your site, etc. In fact, let me go ahead and pull up.
One of the things we're going to do is do a step-by-step tutorial on getting your Google business profile set up. And then if you have it set up, then what do you do next, Tom?
Right. That's where I am now. So,
Exactly.
okay. Gotcha.
And I know you want this sooner than later, right?
Well, I got 2 classes in September, so I want to get
I
those
know.
advertised. And
So Ed and Rhodes are also in that same boat. So
right.
So Tammy, this is Ed. We have, I call them the Quad Squad. There's 3 other area groups. We've all kind of been hammered by tornadoes and people aging out and everything, or not tornado, hurricanes. So we're kind of rebuilding, and part of what's being talked about is the 4 of us get together. So each group would have to have their business set up, and then we could work together locally with some content to help maybe even advertise different ones, because what happens here is Sanibel's a little tough to get to, and there's a toll involved in traffic and blah blah blah. We're kind of doing that. Do you know if the what is it, San Carlos, then I think I'll get you an email of the other 3 people, if they're ahead of us or active in this area of Google. I'd just like to know who they are and get together with them.
okay.
Ed, I can tell you, they're not.
Okay. So tag I'm good again.
Cape Coral is probably the furthest along because they've been using Google Workspace for nonprofits for a couple of years.
Okay.
They use it for their email and things of that nature. They are not utilizing it for the Google ads as of yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me get together with them, and maybe we can work as a group, and then we could just provide content from the individual squadrons and figure that out. It's just having somebody champion this thing is probably everybody's problem right now.
To some extent, yeah. Um, we were mentioning a little bit about the Google ad or the Google business profile. Let's see. Tammy, I'm going to share my screen.
Great.
And select. Okay. Yeah, there we are. Okay. I did a search for America's Boating Club, Peace River, my squadron, and we're listed like every other business. But when you click on it, there's a whole lot of information: our street address, our business hours, only to get the points that the algorithm assigns, our web address, our phone number. I created an ad or an event. We have an ABC class coming up on 2 Saturdays. And if someone searches for us, they see that we've got a class coming up. If they click on Learn More, and this is from a Google search, it takes them directly to our website, America's Boating Course. They learn a little bit more about it. Register, call, email, or register online. So I'm trying to lead them directly to the page that they need to be on our website, and giving them some information about the site itself. If I click on the About, it tells people that we have a wheelchair accessible entrance, parking lot, seating, restrooms, etc. We have free parking, on-site parking right in front of the door, as a matter of fact. It's got a lot of good information. I'm actually logged into my Google for Nonprofits account, so it's not going to show that I can edit this profile, but you can. And it's looking for common information. What's your street address? What's your website? What's a good phone number for people to reach you? Share some photos of your location. Inside the building, this is what it looks like from the outside. This is what the complex looks like. This is off of Google Map Street View before we took over. This is what it looks like now. We've got all of our branding in the windows. And this is all on Google Maps. So it really makes it easy for someone to find out how to contact us, how to call us, where we're located, get directions, and then at the back end, there are analytics. It tells me how many times people clicked on this, how many times they actually went to the website, how many times they actually called, and for mobile devices, they can call directly from this business profile. It helps determine what people are looking for. And as a part of this, in the analytics, it tells you what search terms people used to find this, to find us. Boat rentals showed up. Yacht club showed up. That's fine. I can't filter that. But on the Google ads, which I can tailor even more specifically, I can do the negative AdWords and filter out those people that are looking for something other than us. I'm not going to I'm going to use as a negative ad word, boat sales. We don't sell boats. We don't rent them. So if that's what someone's looking for, why waste their time saying, hey, find the America's Boating Club? But if they're looking for boating education, yes.
So, Ron,
Yes.
would if you said boat sales, is it boat and sales or boat or sales? Because if you're not careful with the logistics of it, you may exclude somebody that put in boat. So how's that work?
Well, with the negative ad words, one of the things that Google will not allow are single words. So if I just tried to put in boats or sales as single words, those are restricted. But if I put in boat sales, 2 words, that's very specific. It's much more specific, and that's going to be permitted by the Google ad.
Police.
Yes, the policy requirements. And those 2 videos talk a little bit about the restrictions that Google has in place for the keywords. For example, I could not use as a keyword, even though our squadron has a YouTube channel, I can't use YouTube because we don't own that word. Single word keywords are not going to be allowed. There are a few exceptions, but not many. Things like branded words. I can't use Coca-Cola. I can't use medical conditions, etc. And if you try to use something really generic, like, and the example I've got right in front of me, generic keywords like free videos. It's very generic. Nope, not allowed. Or today's news, not allowed. So there are some restrictions, but it's not going to stop you from using the ads. It is actually going to help you tailor the ad to the potential market that you're looking for. And one of the other things that's important with the Google Ads program, I mentioned the CTR, the click-through rate. If your ads don't generate a high enough level click-through rate, they see the ad, they click on it, they're going to drop you from the program. They'll work with you to try to help you get back into the program, and the click-through rate is 5%. That sounds pretty low, but when you think about it, how many times do you see an ad on a search page and you don't bother to click through for the ad? So the better we develop the ads, the better we use the keywords, and we use the negative to filter out, that increases our click-through rate, which keeps us happy and it keeps Google happy. So those 2 videos that I shared links to are give you some basic overviews of using the Google Ad grant program. How many of you have tried using AI for your squadrons?
Oh, squadrons.
Yeah, I haven't used it there in that capacity, but yes, we're familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've used it for generate emails, Chat GPT.
Yep.
Okay.
And Google has an inherent Gemini, so
Yep,
Mhm.
that's good too. And Copilot.
Yep. I was looking for some graphics for an ad and used AI to create the images. I could do an image search on Google, but just because you find an image on the web doesn't mean that you can freely use it.
Right.
Because of copyright restrictions. But if you create the image out of magic, you can. Two of the images were really good, really liked them, but the more specific you can tell the AI tool what you want, the better the results. Initially, I said I want to see a family on a center console boat. And that's what I got. And then I realized I can't use this image because they're not wearing life jackets. So back into the prompt, I'd like to see a family on a center console with everyone wearing a life jacket. So far, so good. It was not the best image that I have ever seen that was generated. It looked pretty from the outset, but you had the nice center console, and then you had a steering wheel ahead of the center console. I'm going, that ain't right. So I recreated the image again and got a really good image that we're using in one of our ads. Another one, I asked for a boating raft up. Create a picture of a boating raft up. And the image looked good until you looked at it closely. There were like 6 boats rafted up. And the one closest to your perspective, there were 2 outboard motors on the bow and 2 on the stern. And no, I can't use that. So you have to be careful because what they create sometimes at first glance looks good, but other times it doesn't look so great. I've also used AI to just a starting point for a news release. And what it's come up with has been really good as a starting point. Better than I could come up with and in a much shorter period of time. I've also asked the AI tools to come up with some ad content. But again, it's not something that I would just turn loose and say, sure, this works. You have to check in on it. Again, ChatGPT and Gemini are both good tools to play with, even creating images, creating text. I did a news release that I'm going to say 85% of it was straight out of AI. And it was picked up very quickly by the news media. It was well written. I liked it. So in promoting some of our classes, and the news release was promoting ABC. So play around with AI. It's a tool that is not 100% ready for prime time, but it certainly can save you a lot of time. And if nothing else, it'll start the thought process of, well, that sentence sounds okay, but I can punch it up by adding this or that type of thing. So in fact, I'll go ahead and Gemini AI, good place to play around. I have found that the image generation is better with Gemini than it was with ChatGPT. ChatGPT was the one that put the wheel on the center console ahead of the console and put the 2 motors on the bow and 2 on the stern. But again, the more specific you can tailor your request, create, write, the better the output is. But play with it. It's something fun to look at.
Okay, great. Is there anything in prep for next Thursday that you specifically want Ron and I to focus on, other than getting ready to getting a Google business profile and then getting ready to announce your classes coming up in September? Is there anything else we should add to the agenda?
I don't have enough knowledge yet to offer any suggestions from me,
Okay.
but thank you.
Yes, and Ken, you're really early in the game, so you need to get you really are at step 1, but you'll progress quickly. Okay, guys, any more questions before we stop recording and let you go on to the rest of your day? No questions. Well, okay, guys. Ron, thank you as always for being the best partner in the world. Thanks for being with us this morning, and you guys have a great rest of your day and weekend, and we'll see you somewhere along the journey next week.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
good one.
you, guys. Take care.
It was great.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.